No, I was gonna say something to start off the episode. I got nothing. Excuse me. Oh. Alright, welcome back, crew, to the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I know this. It feels so weird to have that be the beginning part of the thing, because every other game so far has had Sherlock Holmes something instead of it being the last part. And I'm just sputtering now. We got some trophies. 4 different trophies. Not as bad as I thought it would be. And we solved at least 2 or 3 different crime scenes.
I have cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough. This rope is only worn on one side. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth. This rope is only worn on one side. This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products. This stone appears to be... I can't do that. I can't do that.
Okay, so the black.
This stone is granite, covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place. I can't do that. There is something written on this scalpel. I should clean it. I can't do that. Ah, I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel. I can't do that. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Fragments of skin, a phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off.
Lord.
It was ripped off. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. Tooth marks. Fragments of skin. Fragments of tooth marks. I can't do that. I can't. 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 I haven't finished my analysis. I can see something. I must compare the samples of earth that I found.
Bite
What?
marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery. I must compare the samples of earth that I found, and if I mixed this earth with another substance... I can't do that. Now it must all be stirred. I can't do that. I can't do that. The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then?
Indeed.
I'll get it. Read the paper, Holmes. And this is... Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
I have...
Good.
I have...
Good.
Oh my god, that's annoying.
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis. I need something. No, it is unnecessary. No. I can analyze the chemical composition of a substance here.
Give me a second.
I haven't finished my analysis. No, it is unnecessary. I haven't finished.
One orange. Three orange, two white.
Poison, and apparently very virulent. Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
General practitioner. Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else. The work table, where Holmes...
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schielmann tomorrow. I haven't finished my analysis. I am missing some information. I am missing some... I am... I am... I haven't finished my analysis.
Like he went mad.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. I haven't finished.
Well, if it's destroyed from a pit, that would be for the rope. And that would be a monument, because we said monument painted black. Which would all be at a grave.
Now I can make the right decision.
Oh dear Lord, how did I get that?
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes. No one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course. I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to. Ah, I want to listen to. My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Oh, these are all based on what we're doing. I just realized that. What about this? Oh.
Whitechapel. Let's go.
Here we are in the heart of Whitechapel. Keep an eye on your wallet, Holmes. This area is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Don't worry about my wallet, Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we
my
move on
God,
to more
what's going
serious
on?
matters?
I'm listening, Holmes.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
There's nothing left at all. I have to close. Oh, what misery.
You got a pretty penny or some bread?
Bucks Row, where Polly Nichols met her death under the knife of the Ripper.
I'm on the streets with my children, all of them babies. Bread, for pity's sake, sir.
What? I have saves.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district. Here's the public dispensary that we're looking for.
Wow.
I'm starving. Help me, for pity's sake.
I didn't even know I had to go through the door there. Are you kidding me?
This stove is hardly working. That would explain the damp around here.
Incredible. My colleague could at least keep a good fire going for his patients. Good day. Please excuse us. Oh, Grant, is it you?
Yes, but wait a moment. Watson, it's been years. Since the Faculty of Medicine, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, we were young and ambitious. I didn't expect to find you here. I thought you had gone to America.
No. I find that I prefer the filth here, amputating gangrenous legs.
Ah,
I'm joking, Watson. Unfortunately, I was unable to leave for Washington. I had to give up surgery. So instead, I crouched down in this rat hole, rubbing shoulders with the world's misery.
Grant, treating those in need is a noble calling. You underestimate the importance of your work.
If you say so. It's true that in the beginning I felt as you do, but as time goes by, the more this cursed area seems like hell. You think that nothing can get worse, and the next day you see that it can. Now famine has hit these poor wretches.
One can't always do as one might prefer when one is a doctor.
Grant, I'd like to introduce you to Sherlock Holmes.
Pleased to meet you. Well, no one comes here by chance, therefore I imagine that you need something in particular. How can I help you?
Dr. Grant, we are in possession of a scalpel which was found in an unusual location. Does it come from your dispensary, as we believe?
From its mark, I'd say it was stolen from us. A lot of things disappear from here, you understand? Life is hard in Whitechapel. When the staff find a way of adding to their salary, they rarely hesitate to do so.
Thank you, Doctor. Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps. And take care of yourself.
Like all the sick lying here, this person is very quiet.
Not surprising, Holmes, this person is too weak. She's obviously suffering from malnutrition, and for more than a few weeks now.
Closed.
I suggest that we go to the cemetery next to the public dispensary.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district. Closed.
Even here, decidedly the poor people have been abandoned to their fate. This cemetery is the very image of Whitechapel. Sinister, frightening, and ill-kept. A terrible place for one's final rest.
At least hunger no longer gnaws at them.
Checking something, hang on.
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers. Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street. This rope is only worn on one side. This rope is only worn on one side. The rope used to tie up the Bishop of Knightsbridge came from this cemetery. It is only worn on the one side because it is used to lower coffins into graves. Impossible to open it. Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this cemetery. Granite. These stones are of the same granite. The black paint. The same black paint covers these stones. This black painted stone is identical to the fragments found in the rope which we analyzed at Baker Street and in the footprints of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers. This must be the gravedigger's cabin.
Well, judging by the state of this place, they don't work very often.
Let us see if the elements black and damp earth. Earth freshly turned over, still damp. This dark, damp earth is the same type as that which was found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's home.
It came from a grave, then. Oh, what a lovely thought.
Everything coincides, Watson. The fragments of granite at the bishop's home came from the tombstones of this cemetery.
As well as the rope that was used to restrain the poor man. One of those used to lower the coffins.
I can think of only two reasons why anyone should happen to spend a great deal of time in a cemetery. Either he is at rest here, or he works here. At least one of the bishop's murderers is employed here.
A shame. If he was at rest here, it would have made our job easier.
Oh, God.
Buy my flowers, my lord, for your dear departed.
I'm starving. Help me, for pity's sake.
Holmes, the man from the soup kitchen isn't only in voluntary service. Look,
A money game.
Oi, oi! We're giving out free soup after match, right here. Don't hesitate. Come get yours. All thanks to Prince Woodville's kind generosity. A ticket for a hot bowl of bacon soup.
Excuse me, my good fellow.
You don't look like a needy.
we're not here for the soup, we're merely passing through. But I would like to commend you for your good charity.
It's the Prince of Woodville who's a charitable one. All I'm doing is filling the bowls. For the first time ever in this area, someone's thinking of the poor people here. Look around. At every street corner, you'll find someone giving out soup just like me. I grew up here, and I can promise you, it's the first time the toffs have thought about us.
And no one tries to take advantage of this?
No, mister, that's not possible. You have to exchange a ticket against the bowl. The tickets have the day's date on them, and are handed out after match. That way no one can cheat.
circulating soup kitchen.
Aren't you gonna leave me alone?
What should we do next?
Let us carry on
Holmes, the man from the soup kitchen.
a money game.
Am I missing something?
Impossible to open it. Closed.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let us carry on searching the cemetery. A leaflet for the soup kitchen. This leaflet is dated for the day after tomorrow. The tickets for the soup kitchen are given out on the same day. Only somebody who works there could have written on it.
Let's look for a mobile soup kitchen, Holmes.
Aren't you gonna leave me alone? You again. You can't have any soup, you're too rich. It's for the poor, not the top.
And what would you say to relieving two tops of their wallets by giving them a chance at dice?
With great pleasure. What do you want to bet?
Your ring against my friend's superb silver watch.
Holmes! I inherited this watch from my brother. It has a great sentimental value.
Watson, show your watch to our friend here.
Done. Make yourselves at home.
All right, mister. First who gets 36 points wins.
Oh. One more. That's 9. I'll take it. Nah. Oh, come on. Dang it! I should have taken the 5 points. Take it, take it, take it! Get a skull. Oh, come on, get a skull! I'm just not lucky, dear God. Oh, what? This is wigged. Getting greedy. I'm gonna regret this. Skull, skull, skull. Oh boy, I lost.
Without success, Holmes.
I'm just gonna store the points. Screw it, I'm not losing 9 points. I got 9 points! Oh, what? One more. Yes. I'm winning by 25 points. Yes. Think about the time.
Perfect.
Aren't you gonna leave me alone? Can't you see I'm busy?
We win.
Hey, not so fast. We'll play again.
Out of the question. You have lost. You owe me your ring.
Oh, it means a lot to me, this ring. My dad gave it me before he died. He choked on his own glass eye. Me mum didn't get over the shock of it, and she killed herself by smashing her head open with a wooden leg. And she'd only just heard that my sister, who's a prostitute, had caught an embarrassing disease that made all her hair fall out.
And worse, our dog got run over when he...
As this ring holds such sentimental value for you, I will allow you to keep it. What would you say to exchanging that against some information about Grape Ape? That seems like a fair deal, don't you think?
Grape Ape works with us. He usually deals with the tickets, but we haven't seen him for a few days.
Where is he usually to be found?
Well, last time I saw him, he was with his mates from the dispensary, them that deal with the morgue. Now, that's all I know.
It is quite good enough. Keep your ring, my good man, as a souvenir of your poor father.
A souvenir of me dad, me mum, me sister, and me dog.
One further thing. You said that Grape Ape's friends work at the morgue. Which morgue?
The morgue at the dispensary. I must say, they got a funny job. They wash the dead, dress them, cut their hair. They clean the blood off the floor, chase the rats, stamp on the cockroaches. Mister, I can tell ya, I prefer giving out soup.
There isn't a certain curse amongst the employees.
Listen, we didn't play for info about the whole city. I'm not telling you anything else.
The dispensary has got its own morgue. Interesting.
Well, yeah, I just told you so. It's the one that all the undertakers prefer. Think about it. It's just next to the cemetery.
Thank you, my good man. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, mister.
Let's go to the public dispensary.
I'm actually getting a little confused now. Dear God.
How can I help you?
Tell me, Doctor, do you have a morgue in your dispensary?
Yes, it is the busiest place in the building.
We would like to see it.
The door at the far end. The one with the unpleasant smell.
Very good. Farewell, Doctor.
See you soon, perhaps. And take care of yourself.
Look, Holmes. A list of the recently dead. How sad.
I see names that have something in common.
What should we do next? What should we do next, Holmes? I understand now why my colleague keeps quiet about his morgue. This place is a real mess.
Concentrate, Watson. We must look for clues about Grape Ape's friends. This is Kurtz's overall, so he really does work at the morgue. Strange that he left his overall here.
Holmes, this is Kurtz. We've just found one of the Bishop of Nicebridge's murderers.
I need something. I need.
Look at the state of the instruments. They've probably never been cleaned.
I need some. 2 keys. A small metal stem.
Well, well, this Kurtz was carrying a lot of things.
Perfect.
We must find the place indicated with the cross on the map we found in the morgue. We must find the place indicated with the cross on the map we found in the morgue.
Oh my god, the keys.
Perfect. It's open. Here, this hut is on the map. Let us search it from top to bottom, Watson.
Oh, what a jumble.
Impossible to open it. Impossible.
How is it that there is no room in this cemetery? Bags filled with nails. There are a lot of them. Well, really.
I can see a large crack. I'll need something thin. A hole was drilled a short while ago. There is a sack inside this hole. Let us see what is inside it.
We are making headway. How do we know what this means?
This message confirms that we are on the right track.
Valuable objects. But what are they doing here? Bags filled with nails. There are a lot of them. Let's find the Lover's Tree, Holmes.
Here is our tree. Let us examine the inscriptions. Sally and John. This design was the last to be done. Sally and John is engraved here as a symbol of their love.
We must find Sally.
Nothing of interest. Yes, it must be there. I need something. I need.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Closed.
What should we do? What do you think, Holmes?
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers.
You frighten me, Holmes.
I need something. This must be the grave. Dig quickly, Watson.
Very well, Holmes. Look, a metal box.
The lock on this box is rather sophisticated. This box comes from a bank. The criminals must have held onto it after a hold-up.
Huh. Oh, dear Lord.
There we are. It is simplicity itself. This key must be important to be hidden here. A hammer covered in blood.
Holmes, there is someone in that hut.
I saw, Watson. Come, and keep your revolver at the ready, just in case. A hammer covered in blood.
These candlesticks are undoubtedly stolen.
Well, guys, that's enough for this episode of